Alright, it's day 17 and I was in Carrión last night, Carrión de los Condes, and yeah, day 17. There's a 17-kilometer stretch right now with nothing, so we had the choice yesterday of walking either like 24 kilometers or 41 kilometers, and some people I went with kept going to the next town, which is a long trek. But anyway, so last night was amazing. Stayed at this place, Santa Maria, which is famous for the singing nuns. So nuns were the people that ran the place, and they offered a time of singing at night, and people were generally coming there for that. It opened at noon. I got there at 11 and put my backpack in line, waited for an hour for the doors to open, and then the nuns checked us in and they explained the rules and the evening's activities. 5:30 was Vespers in the church. Vespers was their time of singing and prayer. And then we went from there. It was 6 o'clock was the singing nuns time, where it was like they played guitar and sang some folk songs, and then 7 o'clock was Mass, and then 7:30 was Pilgrim's Blessing, and I just decided to do all of it. I'm glad I did. It was so beautiful. So they actually had an instrument. They had a guitar. They had some sort of thing. It sounded like a harpsichord. I'm not sure what it was. In the cathedral, I walked by it and it wasn't a harpsichord. But first time to hear music, so that like on instruments, that was nice. The Vespers was just beautiful. I didn't understand a word of it, but it was beautiful. And then we came back into this little smaller room setting, probably about 25 of us or so, and they sang some songs, which was nice. And then they said, all right, we're gonna go around the room, tell us where you're from, your name, and why you're doing the Camino. And the people here are probably that were with us that night were ranging in age from about 20 to 75, from all over. A lot of Italians. There are a couple from America, but most were non-English speaking. So some people would speak in a second language, either in English or in Spanish as a second language. Otherwise, they'd speak in their native Italian or German or French, whatever it was, Korean. But that was just amazing. When you start asking people, why are you here, it can get really deep really fast in terms of life stuff or faith stuff. So, and people were telling you couldn't talk for a long time, a lot of people, but just in the few seconds they'd tell a little bit about their story, and some of them would just be crying, and it was like, wow. So we had that, and then we went to Mass at 7 o'clock, which was also amazing. Just probably because you go there with people that you just met, or that I've met over the last couple days, so it's not like I'm in this place where I don't understand anything and don't know anybody. It's like looking around me, and I know these people, and they're from all over, and we're a family. And after Mass, they did a Pilgrim's Blessing, and invited all the pilgrims to come up to the front, which is a lot of people. And there were 3 priests there, and they kind of explained in Spanish, and then they said a little English too, let us know what's going on. And then the one guy, he was talking in Spanish and English back and forth, but he asked, like, all right, anybody here from France, anybody here from Germany, anybody here from Brazil, and he spent about 5 minutes listing countries, and people would raise their hand when they got to Los Estados Unidos, the United States, or whatever. It was really cool to acknowledge all the people there and where they're from. And then they had 3 priests do the bless, so he gave a general blessing on everybody, and then we would come up one by one and a priest would lay hands on our heads and then make the sign of the cross on our forehead. And then we'd go to there was a nun there who gave us a little gift, and that was a little paper star that they had made just to give to each of us as a reminder of them, and it had some significance to it too, but it was just an amazing night. It's hard to describe. And yeah, so good day.
Buen camino.